What's up, Epic 7? TristenWulf here, bringing you your easy, free-to-play guides for hunts with early game gear. Now, anything you can put stronger on these units is going to make these clears faster and more reliable, but for those of you who are just starting out, we're going to go through each of these hunts and show you how to clear them on Otherworldly difficulty level. So, for all of those of you who are commenting saying, man, I'm sure I'm sad I didn't get strays. He seems really good in hunts. We're going to show you didn't even need strays. You don't even need great gear. This is how you're going to be able to farm Otherworldly hunts during buff events or in the background with the best of them. So we're going to start out with Wyvern. Okay, guys, here is our team. It's as free to play as it gets. You get all these units for free just by playing the game. From the connection heroes, you can pick up Yuna. Yuna is our attack and speed buffer. She makes everything move quickly and smoothly. I've got Yuna on 85% crit chance and around 200 speed. She doesn't need to be that fast, but you do want her to go first because she speed buffs and attack buffs the team, ensuring you do maximum damage. The 85% crit chance, that's just to help her do some damage. If you have Daydream Joker, slap it on her. It'll do a little extra something for damage. You most certainly don't need this artifact, and you do not need her exclusive equipment. It's just, to help a little something out. As for the gear, I hope you guys can do better than an 82 average gear score. This is really low end gear. Most of it is goblin tier gear with a couple of 75 pieces thrown into the mix. Next fastest unit on the team is Brieg at 188 speed. You want him to be relatively fast because he's got no effect resistance, and even with Mui on the team, you want to make sure he goes first. Well, not first, but before your DPS units go, so he's got a chance to drop that defense break. I've got him on Proof of Valor to help keep him alive because, heck, he's only got 22k health and almost no defense. 85% crit chance is ideal. 85% crit chance ensures he brings some damage, and he does help out with the damage quite a bit. Effectiveness, he needs 15% effectiveness because remember, he gets plus 50 effectiveness when he does his S3. So that 50 effectiveness plus the 15 gets you that 65% effectiveness requirement. The rest into HP. This Brieg is rocking an 81 gear score. I'm hoping you guys can do better by the master of PV and give him some better gear than this. Next is Mui. You get Mui from the hunt events, from the hunt missions. Mui is running at 65% effectiveness. You want him to be at 65 effectiveness to stick the debuffs, even if it means an effectiveness main ring. You want him at 85% crit chance because Mui surprisingly does a lot of damage if you run him on Daydream Joker. So if you've got a Daydream Joker left over after you give Sigurd one, give one to Mui for additional damage. Mui doesn't need anything else other than that. 85% crit, 65% effectiveness, Daydream Joker. The other stats don't even really matter. 78 gear score. I trust you guys can do better. We're getting worse and worse as the gear goes along. And the last unit on the team is going to be Sigrid herself. I've got Sigrid at 4k 300 attack versus crit damage. That seems pretty insane, but I want you to pay attention to the gear. It is all goblin gear and a couple of 78 pieces. It's not very good gear, guys. We've got an average gear score of 81 across all of this gear. It ain't all that. Now, what does Sigrid need? You want 85% crit chance and as much damage as you can give her with Daydream Joker, but in case you get 15%ed, a lot, and I mean a lot. Your Mui gets 15%ed, your Brieg gets 15%ed, your Mui gets 15%ed again. You just don't stick any debuffs. There's a chance the Wyvern can start targeting your other members of the team and it can get you killed. So your backup plan is your Sigrid. So in a perfect world, try to get 65% effectiveness on her because when there are no debuffs present, Sigrid will use her S2 instead of her S3, and that will put bleeds on the Wyvern, especially if you have the number 2 exclusive equipment, which increases the chance of inflicting the bleeds. This is your safety net to keep the Wyvern focused on Brieg and not on your squishier units. That's part of what gives you the stability of this team. And that's it, guys. Make sure you've got your hunt pets set so you get all the maximum rewards for hunts, and press auto. Okay, Brieg gets hit by the Wyvern out of the gate. Now, Brieg will get pushed back by the Wyvern, but Mui is pushing up enough to counter it. Yuna gives a speed buff and an attack buff to everybody. Our Brieg is still ahead of our Sigurd, and that's what matters. Mui applies the defense break. Mui missed the attack down, so that kind of sucks, but Brig comes in, throws his extra attack in for a second chance at a defense break. We got that one too. Because there's a debuff, Sigrid goes right into her S3, doing a big old chunk of damage. With Yuna cleaning up with her next attack, we have done half of the Wyvern's health in the first round. Now we only have one debuff, so the Wyvern decided to hit our Sigrid, but that's okay. Because of the barriers from Brig, our Sigrid doesn't die. Yuna drops in another big hit with her giant space panty cannon laser. Look at that damage. Another hit into, looks like this time we're going into a Mui. Kills our Mui, but that's okay. Brig activates a secondary attack, gives us a defense break. A good hit from Yuna with the speed buff and the attack buff. Another hit from Yuna does a chunk of damage, puts everyone up, and Sigrid finishes off the Wyvern with her S2. There you go, guys. Otherworldly hunt done with very free units. Now, can it fail? Yes. Does it fail often? Rarely. And the better gear you get, the less likely is to fail. With good gear, you kill that Wyvern on the first run. This is a free-to-play team that can take you all the way to the end game. You put good end game gear on these units, and you one-shot that Wyvern, and you go from a it fails once in a blue moon to a it never fails. You can take the effectiveness off Sigrid and just make it a hard nuking team. So there you go, guys. You don't need strays to clear otherworldly hunts. Hopefully this free-to-play friendly hunt gets you up and running. Now that we've covered that, let's move on to the Golem. For your otherworldly Golem team, this is the team we're running, and it is clean. First, the fastest unit on the team needs to be Vivian. Vivian's a free unit everybody gets, and this is some garbage gear on poor Miss Vivian. Vivian is rocking out at an 84 gear score. Vivian is the fastest unit on the team. What does Vivian need? She needs to be the fastest unit on the team. What else does she need? That's all. Now, if you can get some crit chance on her, if you can get her to 100% crit chance, she can contribute to the damage, but she is not the breadwinner for damage here. She barely does any damage. You don't even need the exclusive equipment on her. I've got her on the number 2. It's her best in slot, but you don't even need that. You don't even need an artifact, although if you brand like Warhorn or something to help boost the attack of the rest of the team, that would be banging awesome. But I'm telling you, all she needs to do is take the first turn, and then she can disappear into the sunset. Second fastest unit on the team is Ross at 170 speed. Ross needs to be the second fastest unit on the team, so he gets his S3 out of the way and he's ready to use his S2 later. So I've got Ross at 170 speed. You want to have Ross at 65% effectiveness to give you the maximum chance to stick that defense break on his S2, and that's all he needs. 65% effectiveness. Second fastest unit on the team. Nothing else matters on Ross. If you want to put him on an artifact that helps out the team, go for it. Makes it even better. And that's it. That's it for Ross. Third unit on the team is going to be Sirmia. We're going to run Sirmia at a 150-ish speed. The faster, the better, but this works great. You just don't want to run her base speed. You want her to actually take some turns before the Golem gets a turn. I have got her on as much damage as I can muster at 85% crit chance. That's the goal. You got elemental advantage, so you only need 85% crit chance. The rest goes into damage. Don't worry about any other stat. I've got her on her number 1 exclusive equipment. It's nice for the extra attacks, but it is certainly not required. Heck, we probably even go proc at this time. Daydream Joker, her best in slot artifact for this. Make sure you run Daydream Joker for maximum damage. And the last unit on team, she's actually a little faster than Sirmia in this situation. Doesn't really matter if she's faster or slower, but get her in the same area code as Sirmia, because she's going to be attacking along with Sirmia. Because of her dual attack, she's basically a second Sirmia. I've got her at 154 speed. You want her at 65% effectiveness. That gives you her maximum chance to proc the defense break that's hanging out on her S1. Go ahead and skill her up to +6. It does not cost Molagora. She's a 3-star unit, so you're just spending some Stigma and Catalyst, but give you your best chance to get that defense break. It will improve everything. Don't worry about anything else on her because you're only using her S1 skill. As for her stats, that's it. 100% crit chance, and she can contribute to damage, and that's very nice. Daydream Joker artifact on her, and she can significantly contribute to damage, and that's even nicer. But I'm just going to show you don't even need any of that. All you need is the effectiveness, and let's see how this fight goes. Make sure you have your hunt pet set up so you can get your maximum resource rewards, and into Otherworldly we go. Now, everybody's skills are turned on except for Camilla. You want to leave Camilla's skills off so that she can dual attack with the attack buff she gets right here from Vivian. Ross does his S3, getting that skill out of the way. Surmia is going to drop in an S3 hit here. It'd been nice if our Camilla went first, chance for a defense break, but we get it here. We do get the defense break, and look at that damage, and hey, the extra skill proc. So as you can see, this fight's pretty much over. Let's run it again, see if we can get a little unluckier. Okay, Ross, you do your S3. Again, our Surmia is ahead of our Camilla, so we don't have the defense break. First, speed tune it better. Get your Camilla ahead of your Surmia even better. There, we did not get the defense break. We did not activate the exclusive equipment. So we're only down to about 60% health before the golem gets healed by the tree. And the tree heals pretty substantial. Now, Ross is going to come in with his dual attack, stick a defense break. Big damage, more big damage. Surmia S3s. And does crippling damage. If that first defense break missed, you got another defense break coming right in from Camilla right behind it. Guys, we sat in the room for over 25 runs trying to get a situation where all of the defense breaks missed and the exclusive equipment never procced. And you know what? We managed to do it. We managed to eke out a failure. It's going to happen incredibly rarely. And when it does, it doesn't cost you any currency. You go again. It is a sub 1 minute free units, free gearing golem team. And if you put better gear on it, it's even faster, it's even more efficient, it's even safer. So hopefully this helps get your guys golem team set up on the weird outside chance you don't have Camilla yet. I know it can happen, but if that happens, run Mascot Hazel. I know she doesn't have a defense break, but she brings enough healing that she can keep the team alive long enough that you'll be able to chew through the golem. It's going to be a little bit slower, but it'll give you a good free-to-play option until you pick up your Camilla. Hopefully that helps you guys out. Next, let's talk about Banshee. This is the team. This is the team we're going to run. This is as free-to-play as it gets, right? A bunch of 3-star units and Vivian, who you get for free. So Vivian, how you run Vivian is just base speed, damage, and more damage. As much damage as you can stack on her. Attack boots, free Destro set, lots of garbage gear. Got her on her number 2 exclusive equipment. It is not required. If you don't have her EE, this will still work just fine. Daydream Joker for a damage artifact. As for stats, 85% crit chance because we do have elemental advantage, and as much crit damage as you can stack on her. That's all that matters, guys. Next, we're going to run Bernard. Bernard, I've got, as fast as I could get him on garbage gear. I'm on a triple HP set, a bunch of free gear, a bunch of goblin gear. All he needs is to be as fast as possible. Faster would be better. Cycling your Bernard helps. You want your Soul Weavers to go as quickly as possible. If you don't have Bernard, you could try to run Jack, but Bernard is just so damn good at this. As a 3-star unit, the artifact doesn't matter. I've got him a Timeless Anchor for an additional chance to dispel. You could run him on Stella Harpa. You could run him on Wondrous Potion Vial. You could run him on Magahar's Tome to cycle him. You could run him on a healing artifact. The whole slew of options for Bernard. The same with Angelic Montmorency. Now, I do have her on Magahar's Tome because it is so good on her, but you could run her on any heal boosting artifact, any cleansing artifacts. Doctor's Bag would be insane. Anything to help cleanse, heal, cycle. You could even put her on Prophetic Candlestick to help cycle her cooldowns. You want her as fast as possible. I've got her at 197 speed. Faster would be better because, again, cycling the healing, cycling the cleansings. That's what it's all about, keeping your team alive, cleansed, and healthy. And third is going to be Flurry. Flurry I've got at 85% crit chance because, hey, every little bit of damage helps, and Flurry hits a lot, a freakish lot. But less important than her crit damage and crit chance is the fact that she cycles. We want her as fast as possible. I got her at 200 speed with garbage tier gear. I mean, all of these units, all of them have in the high 70s to low 80 gear score. Just put her on speed and more speed. Give her 65% effectiveness. 65% effectiveness helps ensure she sticks to the defense break. She is our only source of defense break, and that really helps move the fight along quickly if you can stick it. If you can't stick it, still works, slows it down. I've got her on Ranon's Memorandum. It's a fun little artifact that boosts her speed up. 15% extra speed at plus 15, guys. Once this stacks up, and she takes so many turns, she stacks it quickly. This will have your Flurry flying. Even at sub 200 speed, she'll be zooming with this artifact. Make sure you stack your hunt pet to get maximum rewards from your hunts, and let's press auto and go. Everybody's skills are on, and we just roll. Now, we're going to take some poisons. Momo's going to fix that. We're going to get a defense break here. And we do double dip a little bit. We get immunity from Bernard. We also get immunity from Vivian, but their speeds are so far apart that they separate during the fight, and that helps give us better coverage of immunity throughout the fight. We did get that defense break, so Vivian's going to probably push phase here, easily pushes phase here, and the Banshee splits. Now, we did get stripped pretty hard. That sucks, but it is what it is. We just start doing little bits of chip damage, and we're waiting for Vivian to cycle one extra turn. Now, if you had Time Matter as an artifact, you'll be able to cycle this even quicker on Vivian, but I like her on Daydream Joker for the damage. We kill the one in the back. That CR pushes them up. Make sure you want to have your highest ER unit in the front. For me, I believe that's Bernard. That'll make sure you take less poisons. Actually, it might be Momo. It's okay. It is what it is. We'll be fine here, guys. Vivian does her S2, kills, does another S2, wipes them all out, and the Banshee comes back. We get hit with the poisons. It's going to proc that nasty Banshee's binding, which does a shit ton of damage, but we've got so many healers on the team, we're able to stay alive through it. Momo tops us off here. We've got the immunities back up, so we're going to be immune to any more incoming damage. Momo hits us with some more healing. Vivian does more damage. More hits from Flurry. She's starting to stack Randon's Memorandum enough where she's starting to take extra turns. We get the defense break, hopefully defense break. Yeah, 15% sucks in this fight because it slows it down so much. This isn't a fast clear, guys, but it's a consistent clear. You want a fast clear? Start running higher DPS units on the team. Get Green Bologna involved. She is insane here. Get Schneal involved. He will cleanse and do pop damage and really cycle us along. Now, we took a lot of poison damages there. We're going to get hit. There we go. Bernard cleanses, gives immunity. Very, very good team. Okay, we've just crossed the 50% threshold. More healing. Flurry throws up. Please, defense break. Don't get 15%. Nice, we got the defense break up. Vivian does some good damage. We're down to about 30%. Momo heals up. Hit. Cleanse. More hits down to 20%. More heals. Banshee heals a little bit because when the Banshee hits somebody who's not Earth, she does heal a little bit. We got the defense break. This fight's going to be over as soon as Vivian gets done taking a walk around because she's got to get her skill off. Even though she would proc the Queen's, the Banshee's kill skill, whatever that thing's called. Hey, there we go. And the fight is over. That easy. It is pretty consistent. It is very, very hard to have a fail with this one, but it's slow. And I know you guys don't want to see slow, but anything faster at this level of gear has a pretty high fail rate. This has no fail rate. If you want a faster team, we can do some faster teams. I'll do that in another video, but if you're looking for a consistent way to clear Banshee on Otherworldly level, especially for running in the background, this is the way to do it with very, very free-to-play friendly gear. So hopefully that helps you out. Now, all right, guys, here we go. AZIMANAK. So for this free-to-play hunt, we're going to use Tam, Asaria, Ross, and Vivian. It doesn't get any more free-to-play friendly than that. Now, are there faster teams? Heck yeah. Do they acquire better gear? Oh, yeah. But this team is consistent and easy to build. First thing is the hardest unit to build is going to be Vivian. You want Vivian to be north of 180 speed. Closer to 190 or faster, the better. Have her on the Daydream Joker artifact for extra damage, and she will need the #2 exclusive equipment. If you do not have this EE, you will need to get it. It's very difficult to do without it. And other than that, just as much damage as you can squeeze on her kit. You can see she's barely even on a set. We've cobbled together a whopping 81 gear score for this build. And yeah, 100% crit chance because we have no elemental advantage. The rest into attack and crit damage. Make sure she is as close to 190 speed or faster as you can get her. #2 EE, Daydream Joker. Next unit on the team is going to be Asaria. Sarah, you want to run relatively fast. You do want to cycle her skills because she is our source of defense break and buff block, and both of those are instrumental in success in this. She has a defense break on her S3 and on her S1, and buff block on her S3. Put her on prophetic candlestick just to help psych her skills a little bit. You don't need this artifact. It just helps speed the run up. Do not put Song of Stars on her. I know it feels like a good idea, but remember, if you stick 3 debuffs on this boss, the boss will self-cleanse, take a turn, and do damage. And when she does buff block and defense, adding Song of Stars for target is 1 debuff too many. So no Song of Stars. As for her stats, you want 65% effectiveness minimum. 65% effectiveness gives you the best stance to stick debuffs and a little bit of speed. If you want to put her on some damage too, more power to you, but really the only 2 things you got to worry about is speed and effectiveness. And it's reflected in her gear score of 78. Yikes. Next, Asaria's best friend, Tamarin. We're running Tamarin as quick as possible. Put her on a speed set. She doesn't have to be this fast, but the faster on Tam, the better. I've got her on Magahara's Tome to help cycle her. I think it's the best in slot for this. Mine's only plus 15. Wanted to keep it low end for you guys, and that's it. That's all she needs. Well, a little bit of bulk so she doesn't die, because keeping your healer alive is important, but just speed. Speed, more speed. As fast as you can run her to cycle and cleanse and heal and do her idols form and push everything that you can. Now, if you want to get 65 effectiveness on her as well, she does have a strip that can be nice to get rid of the berserks. It will add a little bit of consistency to the team, but it's not needed. We're rocking a 79 equipment score on this Tamarin. And the final unit on the team is going to be Ross, Adventurer Ross for that matter. Put an artifact on him. He's better with an artifact. I just forgot to put an artifact on him, and I'm going to continue to forget to give Ross an artifact. You do want him to have 65% effectiveness because his S1 skill has a 75% chance to strip, and that strip is going to go into that berserk. That's where we're going to run Ross. It's just for his S1 skill. Make him as bulky as possible because he's in the front line taking shots to the face. 65% effectiveness, a little bit of bulk. If you want to give him some speed, that's great too. Speed would probably be better. In fact, if you had speed boots, put it on it. I didn't have any speed boots left. At an 82 gear score, this trash Ross with no artifacts is going to get the job done. Remember to have your hunt pet ready to go so you can get the maximum benefits from running the hunt, and let's press auto on the otherworldly mode. Everybody's skills are on except Ross. You want Ross's skills off. And the reason you want Ross's skills off is Asaria can only reset people who have skills. And when his skills are off, Asaria can't reset it. And that forces Asaria to reset either Vivian or Tamarin, both of which are beneficial to our cause. This is why you want Vivian to be that 190 speed, so she can S3 and CR push ahead of the queen so that she can get this kill off before those eggs hatch. And there we go. We get a little bit of healing. There's the berserk, but buff block was up, so no berserk. We got the defense break off the S1. We take some hits, the bugs are back, it happens. The reset went into Vivian, so Vivian's going to put her immunity back up and cycle around again. It'd been nice if it went into Tam, but we take what we can get. We S1 here, we S1, and Vivian takes out the eggs. You've got to make sure that Vivian's S2 can take out the eggs. If it's not, you need more damage on Vivian. Now there's the berserk. With the berserk up, the queen's going to be hitting harder, but Rass's S1 has a strip, took care of that. Everybody's S1ing. Unfortunately, no defense break from Asaria, so we still do a little bit of damage. We're down around 70%. The eggs are back, but the S2 takes out. Ooh, we did not take down the eggs because we did not have an attack buff. That kind of sucks, but we can go around the horn. We're going to push up here. Ross's skills are off, so he can strip. He does indeed strip. And hopefully we get a buff block and a defense break off of Asaria with this S3. Hey, we got both. Nice. And with an S1 from Tam, it was actually enough to drop the egg, so we can do some damage to the queen. Some more damage. Reset, the reset, nice. The reset went into Tamarin this time, so she's going to be able to transform right out of the, onto her next turn. We're going to S3 for the attack buff. CR pushing ourselves around. Everything comes back, but Vivian is ready to drop some bombs. Tamara's going to refresh the attack buff on everybody, which I guess didn't really need refreshing. We get rid of the eggs and we do some more damage. We're about at 35%. We got the defense break off of Vivian, a lucky dual attack there. Another dual attack because of Tamara, and another hit from Vivian. See how clean this is? See how not even close to being in danger the team is? It's not the fastest team, but it's very, very stable and consistent. It'll help you chew through this really good. And if you put really good gear on these units, it's even faster. So hopefully this team helps you guys out and gets you your AZIMANAK hunt so you can farm that sexy, sexy immunity gear. And look at that. We got an otherworldly piece. You can tell it's got the little gold halo. See the yellow golden halo? You saw all the other ones we did were just all crimson red. But with the yellow, you know there's an otherworldly piece in there. What did we get? Some otherworldly unity attack boots with really, really, really bad stats. That is very disappointing. Okay, moving on. We've got one fight left, guys, and that's the big one, the hard one. CAIDES. Nobody likes CAIDES, but this is how you can do it, even at low level. All right, guys, for the CAIDES hunt, this is your free-to-play team. Again, free units left and right. Everyone gets Ross, everyone gets Brieg, everyone gets Surmia, and Mascot Hazel is an easy to get 3-star specialty change one everybody should do. Let's start with the fastest unit as Mascot Hazel, over 200 speed. She doesn't have to be this fast, but over 200 speed. You want her to cycle her skills. You want her to cycle so much, I recommend Prophetic Candlestick or Magahara's Tome, something to help her cycle. Other than speed and a little bit of bulk, that is all that she needs. And I hope you guys can do better than this. Even though she's pretty fast, she's only rocking an 81 gear score average across all of this garbage tier gear. Next, we're going to run Brieg. Brieg is hanging out around the 190 speed mark. Brieg would be much happier if you gave him an artifact. He would probably do more things with an artifact, but you know what? I forgot to put one on him, and I don't think I'm going to remember. So all you need for Brieg on effectiveness is 15% effectiveness. He gives himself 50% additional effectiveness for the total of 65. So I'm way, way overcapped. So when you consider that I'm about, 65% overcapped on effectiveness, literally double what I actually need, it's pretty impressive that Brieg with a 78 gear score is still getting it done. 100% crit chance because he does contribute to some damage. Put him on Daydream Joker even. Do something to let him contribute a bit. But with Brieg, you just want the speed and the bulk and 15 effectiveness. Next, we'll be running Ross. Ross chilling out around 158 speed. His speed really doesn't matter. In fact, the slower on Ross, the better. You want Ross to be as bulky as possible, although I am not very bulky. You want him to have 65% effectiveness for a chance to stick his defense breaks. Ross does not have a non-attack skill. Ross is going to be the primary focus. The enemy is going to be beating the crap out of Ross while the rest of the team is beating the crap out of the CAIDES. So it is important that you keep Ross's slow as possible with as much health as possible. This is how I've got him built up. Hopefully he holds up. And last is our damage dealer, Surmia. And I know this Surmia looks pretty freaking impressive, right? 330 crit damage, 4,600 attack. Well, it may look impressive, but it's only 82 equipment score. I am sure you can do better than this with the free gear that you get. She is going to be running Daydream Joker for damage, and that is your goal. 100% crit chance and then damage. Nothing else matters, not even her speed. Got her on the #1 exclusive equipment for the chance for double swipes with S1. Gives us that little extra something something on the damage every once in a while, and that's it. Make sure you've got your hunt pet stacked up and ready to go, and let's press auto. Everybody's skills are on for this fight, even Ross's. At the start of the fight, Mascot Hazel is going to S3. This will give greater attack buff to the highest attack unit. That's Surmia. So she is wearing Gab. Brieg does his S3. Hopefully we get a defense break out of this. Sure would be nice. There's a nice defense break. The CAIDES jumps, puts restrict on everybody. It is what it is. Starts punching Brieg. Oh, Brieg is the focus of everyone's attention. The injury is stacking up. Ross uses his S3, give everybody a defense buff. Surmia is going to use her S3 into that defense break with the greater attack buff. Very nice. Ross gets hit again. We got S1 for Mascot Hazel. Brig hits again. Everybody's going to be focused on Brig because he's got the highest danger level. See the little caution signs over their heads? The CAIDES will always focus on whoever has the highest danger level. And you get rid of the danger level by doing a non-attack skill. Unfortunately, Ross did not land that defense break. That's disappointing, but Brig is going to land a defense break here, right? Right. Nice. Sirmia uses her S2. That's a non-attack skill. Clears the danger placket from her head. She drops a greater attack buffed S3 into the CAIDES. We are now below 50% health. And boy, are they obsessed with Brig right now. We're going to heal up from our Mascot Hazel. That'll give Brig just enough health to survive one more hit. Ross does an S1 for some points. Now Brig does a non-attack skill. His S2 is a non-attack skill. Now the focus will shift. Ross has the highest danger level, so they're going to start focusing on Ross instead of Brig, giving Brig a little bit of a break, and hopefully Proof of Valor keeps Ross alive long enough that Sirmia and Brig together can finish this CAIDES off. There's a hit. The S1 proc. We got an extra hit. Very nice. And Brig drops his S3. Hopefully we get a defense break out of this one. There's the defense break. Mascot Hazel does her S1. Ross is going to take a couple more hits. This might be curtains for Ross. That Proof of Valor was holding up for a while, but the pop damage is stacking, and Ross takes a dirt nap. We use the S3 skill on Mascot Hazel, refreshing the Gab on Sirmia. Unfortunately, Sirmia is now taking some hits, but Brig uses his S3, restacks the defense break on the CAIDES. Yes, we got it. Now the CAIDES is interested in Brig because Brig goes up to 4 on the danger level. Brig taking some hits. Sirmia drives a hit home with an extra hit and kills the CAIDES. Could have gone maybe another couple of rounds before we lost all of our health, but it cleared. It doesn't always clear. Sometimes you can have some bad RNG on the defense breaks and you don't quite get the kill in before it kills you, but it's pretty fast. It's for free-to-play gear, it's pretty fast. And the better gear you put on your Sirmia, the better gear you put on your Brig, the stronger and quicker and more aggressive this is. So hopefully this gives you guys some insight on how you can run this fight. You can replace Ross with Green Rowana and make this infinitely more stable. Green Rowana's healing works wonders. Just make sure you turn her skill off. Just like Ross, you want her to take the hits. You want her to be passively healing the team. You don't want her to S3 and then suddenly the CAIDES focuses on your important units like your defense breaker or your damage dealer. Hopefully this guide helps you guys out. Hopefully this will get you through your otherworldly hunt and get you ready for the hunt event this weekend. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Happy hunting out there. And if you're looking for a more advanced guide, check the description for a link to the high-end teams. Take care, Epic 7.